So today I'm going to be showing you how to solve this problem while also using active learning. I covered active learning in my last reel, but it's always good to see how this would work in action. So first off, when you see this problem, what goes through your mind? What's the first thing you think that we have to do? Well, we can see that this part of the equation is its own separate part. It's like you're having an expression that's also part of this equation. So it's kind of boxed off in the rest of the problem. You're saying that that whole thing is going to have 2x subtracted from it to get 10. So that's one way you can think about it. If you're like me, sometimes a good way to think of it is using PEMDAS, but not everybody loves to use PEMDAS, so there's different ways you can think of it. But basically, we're going to know that we're going to use the distributive property. So the distributive property, all that is that everything within the parentheses is getting multiplied by the outside number. Even if you broke apart this expression, you're still going to get everything multiplied by, 3. So it all you're going to do is you're going to hop it over this 3 so that it hits both of them. So you're going to end up with 3x plus 12. So everything inside the parentheses is going to get multiplied by 12. And then you're still going to have your 2x equals 10. So now you can see that there are some like terms. Like terms are going to be things that have the same, basically ingredients in them. So you can see that the 3x and the 2x are alike. Basically, they both have the x variable in it, and then they both have a coefficient. So a coefficient is just the number in front of a variable. So since they are like terms, we're going to combine them. It also wouldn't necessarily matter, but it's way easier to just simplify everything so that it's all together. So basically, when you put those together, you're having 3x minus 2x. So you're going to get 1x, or this could be just written as x. It is already, kind of assumed that you have 1x. So then you still have your plus 12, and you still have your equals 10. So from here, we're still trying to get x to be by itself. So when you think about what's the only thing that's preventing x from being by itself, you have the 12. And to cancel out the 12 and have x be by itself, you need to do the opposite operation. And the operation that we have here is addition, so we need to do subtraction. So we're going to subtract 12 so that, and a good way to remember this is that when you do plus, you have 12, right? And if you subtract 12, you get 0. So now there's nothing there anymore. And you're going to have x equals negative 2, and then that's your answer. So there's nothing else to do here because x is now by itself. And if you're ever nervous about your answer being wrong, you can take this number and put it back into the equation for all the places that is x. So you have 3x, which now we know x is negative 2, so we're going to put that here, plus 12, and then, this is supposed to go to the actual problem. I was looking over at my work. So you have 3 times negative 2 plus 4 minus 2 times negative 2 equals 10. So we're just going to simplify this. We're going to have, so we have 3, and then negative 2 plus 4, we can think of this as just 4 minus 2, so we have 2. And then we have, this is all one thing. So if we think about that, we have negative 2 times negative 2, and a negative times a negative equals a positive. So we have plus 4 here equals 10. This is also its own section. So we just have 6, and we have plus 4, and we see that 6 plus 4 does indeed equal 10. So we have the right answer. If anyone needs help with tutoring or would just some extra help in a way that they can understand, DM me and I'll send all my information over. I hope this video helped and, just helped you think about the logic that goes into solving a math problem. Bye!